Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to a very special edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we're covering the best of 2024. That's right, the 5 best episodes and most listened of 2024 for your listening pleasure. All right, and here they are. Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself, Navigating Legal Waters in the Video Game Industry. Understanding Legal Nuances, Essential Guidance for Success and Compliance in Game Development. The video game industry, a vibrant fusion of art, technology, and entertainment, is not just a playground for creativity, but also a field laden with legal intricacies. The phrase, check yourself before you wreck yourself, resonates profoundly in this context. Legal missteps in game development can lead to significant setbacks or worse, litigations that can jeopardize a studio's future. This comprehensive guide aims to unravel the complexities of legal guidance in the video game industry, emphasizing its importance for both budding and established game studios. The legal landscape of the video game industry. The video game industry's legal landscape is as dynamic as the games it produces. It encompasses a range of legal areas including intellectual property, contracts, labor law, and more. Legal considerations in the gaming industry extend beyond basic copyright law. They include trademarking, patent law, licensing agreements, privacy laws, and even international law, especially for games released globally. Infringing on another company's IP or failing to comply with legal regulations can result in lawsuits, substantial financial losses, and damage to a studio's reputation. Understanding these risks underscores the importance of legal guidance. Intellectual property rights and protection. Intellectual property, also known as IP, is the cornerstone of the video game industry. Protecting a game's unique elements is crucial for maintaining its uniqueness and value. Copyrights automatically protect the original works of authorship in the games, including art, music, and game scripts. Understanding how to protect and enforce copyrights is fundamental. Trademarks protect names, logos, and other brand identifiers. Securing trademarks for game titles and studio logos helps in building a distinctive identity and prevents confusion in the market. While not always common in the gaming industry, patents can protect unique game mechanics, systems, and technologies. Navigating the patent landscapes requires careful analysis and strategic decision-making. Licensing agreements and collaboration. Collaborations and partnerships are commonplace in game development. These arrangements, while beneficial, require carefully crafted agreements to protect all parties involved. Licensing agreements are crucial when using third-party assets or technology. They should clearly outline the scope of use, limitations, and rights of both licensors and licensees. Collaboration agreements for co-development projects or joint ventures must clearly define each party's role, contribution, revenue sharing, and IP ownership. Privacy laws and data protection. In an era where games often collect user data, adherence to privacy laws is essential. This is especially true for online and multiplayer games that store personal information. Familiarize yourself with laws such as the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR in Europe, and similar regulations worldwide. Ensure your games and websites comply with these regulations in terms of user data collection and processing. Develop clear, transparent privacy policies that inform players how their data is collected, used, and protected. Regularly update these policies to reflect changes in law or game features. Employment law and industry practices. Labor and employment law are crucial in an industry known for crunch times and rapid growth. Understanding these laws helps in maintaining fair and legal employment practices. Ensure that employment contracts are legally sound and protect both the studio and its employees. This includes clear terms regarding compensation, work hours, overtime, and termination. The notorious crunch culture in game development raises several legal considerations regarding overtime and employee well-being. Leaders must navigate these practices carefully to avoid legal pitfalls and foster a sustainable work environment. Compliance with international laws. For games released internationally, compliance with laws across different jurisdictions becomes paramount. Each country has its own set of laws governing copyright, consumer protection, and data privacy. Studios must ensure their games comply with these varied legal standards. Cultural sensitivity is not just a moral responsibility, but also a legal necessity in some regions. Be aware of content that may be subject to censorship or legal action in different cultural contexts. Risk management and legal disputes. Legal disputes can be costly and damaging. Effective risk management strategies are essential for minimizing the likelihood and impact of such disputes. Regularly assess potential legal risks associated with game content, employee relations, and business practices. Proactively addressing these risks can prevent larger legal issues. In a case of a legal dispute, having experienced legal counsel is crucial. Effective handling of disputes involves strategic decision-making, often balancing legal, financial, and reputational considerations. Integrating legal considerations into game development. Integrating legal guidance from the onset of game development can prevent future complications and ensure smoother project progression. Involve legal teams in the early stages of game development. Their input can guide decisions regarding game content, licensing needs, and contract negotiations. Provide regular legal training to your development teams. Understanding the basics of IP, copyright, and data privacy helps team members recognize potential legal issues in their work. Establish legal checkpoints at various stages of the development process. These checkpoints ensure that the game adheres to legal standards and company policies at each critical phase. Future legal trends and their implications. Staying abreast of emerging legal trends is crucial for adapting and future-proofing game development practices. With the digital landscape constantly evolving, IP laws are often playing catch-up. Stay informed about potential changes in copyright and trademark laws that could impact game development. Emerging technologies like AR, VR, AI in gaming, and blockchain present new legal territories. Understand the potential legal implications of incorporating these technologies into games. Building a robust legal framework in studios. Developing a strong legal framework within a studio is key to mitigating risks and fostering a culture of compliance. Consider establishing an in-house legal team or a strong partnership with a law firm specializing in video game law. This ensures ready access to legal advice tailored to your specific needs. Create comprehensive documentation of your studio's legal policies and procedures. This can serve as a reference point for team members and a framework for handling legal issues. Proactive compliance and ethical considerations. Adopting a proactive stance towards legal compliance and ethical considerations can enhance the studio's reputation and reliability. Stay proactive in anticipating legal changes that could affect the industry. This can involve participating in industry forums, legal workshops, or consultations with legal experts. Beyond legal compliance, consider the ethical implications of game content. This involves being mindful of representation in games, avoiding harmful stereotypes, and ensuring that games are developed and marketed ethically. Legal crisis management in gaming. Effective crisis management strategies are essential for handling legal issues that could escalate into crises. Develop a comprehensive crisis management plan that outlines steps to be taken in case of a legal emergency. This includes communication strategies, legal response actions, and contingency plans. Conduct regular training sessions for key team members on handling legal crises. This ensures that the studio can respond swiftly and effectively in challenging situations. Final thoughts. Legal guidance is an indispensable aspect of video game development, deeply intertwined with the creative and technical processes. This comprehensive guide underscores the importance of legal awareness and preparedness in navigating the complex and ever-changing landscape of video game law. From early integration of legal considerations into game development to proactive compliance and crisis management, studios that prioritize legal guidance position themselves for success and sustainability in the competitive world of gaming. Embracing the legal dimension of game development not only safeguards against risks, but also contributes to the ethical and responsible growth of the industry. As video game leaders and developers, staying informed, vigilant, and proactive in legal matters is not just a business necessity. It is a commitment to upholding the integrity and future of this dynamic and influential industry. Hey there, Press Starters. Welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing essential business development tips for indie video game developers. Crafting success, strategies and insights for thriving in the indie gaming market. In the vibrant world of indie video gaming, creating a captivating game is just part of the journey. Equally crucial is the art of business development, a multifaceted endeavor that can determine the success and sustainability of an indie studio. This comprehensive guide is dedicated to empowering indie video game developers with effective business development strategies, ensuring that creative endeavors reach the right audience and achieve commercial success. Laying the foundations for business success. Begin by gaining a deep understanding of the indie gaming landscape. Research current market trends, identify gaps in the market, and analyze what successful indie games are doing right. Carve out a unique niche for your studio. This could be a specific genre, art style, storytelling approach, or innovative gameplay mechanics. A well-defined niche helps in creating a distinct brand identity. Strategic planning and goal setting. Create a comprehensive business plan that outlines your studio's vision, objectives, target audience, market analysis, and financial projections. This plan will be your roadmap and guide your decision-making process. Set realistic and measurable goals for your studio. These should include short-term and long-term objectives, covering aspects such as game development milestones, revenue targets, and user acquisition goals. Effective financial management. Develop a robust budgeting system. Accurately estimate development costs, marketing expenses, and operational overheads. Efficient financial planning ensures that your studio can sustain operations and fund future projects. Explore various funding options available for indie developers. These can include bootstrapping, crowdfunding, angel investors, government grants, or partnerships with publishers. Understand the pros and cons of each option to determine which best suits your studio's needs. Building a strong brand and online presence. Develop a strong brand identity for your studio. This includes a memorable studio name, a distinctive logo, and a consistent visual and communication style that reflects your studio's personality and values. Create a professional website and establish a presence on social media platforms. Regularly update your audience with news, behind-the-scenes looks, and engaging content about your games and studio activities. Networking and community engagement. Networking is vital in the indie gaming industry. Attend industry events, conferences, and workshops. Join online communities and forums to connect with fellow developers, publishers, and potential collaborators. Build a community around your games. Engage with your audience through social media, forums, and beta testing groups. Gathering feedback and fostering a loyal fan base can significantly boost your game's visibility and success. Mastering the art of marketing and promotion. Devise a comprehensive marketing strategy for your games. Identify your target audience and the best channels to reach them. Utilize a mix of digital marketing techniques, including SEO, content marketing, email campaigns, and social media marketing. Generate excitement and anticipation for your games. This can be achieved through teaser trailers, sneak peeks, press releases, influencer collaborations, and early access offers. Distribution strategies. Decide which platforms to release your games on. Consider factors such as the platform's user base, revenue share model, and compatibility with your game's style and technology. Understand the submission and approval processes for different platforms. Ensure that your game complies with the necessary technical requirements and platform policies. Legal considerations and intellectual property protection. Familiarize yourself with the legal aspects of running a gaming studio. This includes company registration, tax obligations, employment laws, and contract management. Safeguard your game's intellectual property. This involves copyrighting your game's content, trademarking your studio name and logos, and potentially patenting a unique game mechanics or technologies. Scaling your studio. Consider the best path for scaling your studio. This could involve expanding your team, increasing the scope of your projects, or diversifying your game portfolio. Ensure that growth decisions align with your studio's long-term vision and capacity. As your studio grows, effective team management becomes crucial. Develop processes for hiring, training, and integrating new team members, ensuring they align with your studio's cultures and values. Utilizing analytics for strategic decisions. Incorporate data analytics into your decision-making process. Use data from game performance, user feedback, and market trends to inform development choices, marketing strategies, and business decisions. Leverage various tools and platforms for collecting and analyzing data. Understand the metrics that matter most for your games, such as player retention rates, in-game purchase patterns, and user engagement levels. Nurturing player communities and feedback loops. Focus on building and nurturing a community around your games. Engage with players through forums, social media, and in-game events, creating a loyal fan base that can provide valuable feedback and support. Develop systems for gathering and analyzing player feedback. Use this feedback to make iterative improvements to your games, enhance your user experiences, and guide future game development projects. Marketing and promotion, advanced strategies. Explore innovative marketing tactics tailored to your niche audience. This could include guerrilla marketing campaigns, partnerships with content creators, or leveraging emerging platforms and technologies. Understand that marketing doesn't stop at launch. Develop post-launch marketing plans to keep your game relevant, including updates, expansions, and community events to maintain player engagement. Financial management and diversification. Look beyond traditional sales revenue. Consider additional revenue streams such as merchandise, licensing deals, or in-game transactions to diversify and stabilize your studio's income. Develop long-term financial strategies that support sustainable growth. This includes budget forecasting, investment in future projects, and financial reserves for unforeseen challenges. Legal and regulatory compliance, advanced considerations. Stay informed about legal changes that could impact your studio, including copyright law updates, new data privacy regulations, and changes in platform policies. Establish protocols for handling legal disputes, should they arise. This includes having legal counsel familiar with the gaming industry and developing a crisis management plan. Preparing for the future. Sustainability and innovation. Stay open to new technologies and trends that can revolutionize game development. Whether it's exploring new gaming platforms, incorporating emerging tech like AI, or adopting new storytelling techniques, innovation keeps your games and studio relevant. Plan for the long-term sustainability of your studio. This involves not just financial stability, but also considering the environmental and social impact of your business practices. Final thoughts. Navigating the world of indie game development requires a balance of creativity, strategic business planning, and adaptability. From initial market research and game conception to post-launch marketing and scaling your studio, each step presents unique challenges and opportunities. Indie developers who master the art of business development can transform their passion projects into thriving, sustainable businesses. As the video game industry continues to evolve, staying agile, informed, and player-focused will be the key to success. Embrace these business development tips as a guide to your journey, and may your indie studio flourish in the dynamic and exciting world of video game development. Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing Survival Mode Activated, navigating the next 6 to 18 months in the video game industry amidst economic challenges. Bracing for impact, strategies for weathering record layoffs, funding shortages, and scarce publishing deals in gaming. The video game industry, known for its dynamicism and rapid growth, is currently facing a storm of economic challenges. With record layoffs, dwindling investment opportunities, and a scarcity of publisher deals, studios, especially smaller and independent ones, find themselves in survival mode. This comprehensive guide offers pragmatic strategies for weathering this storm over the next 6 to 18 months, confronting the uncomfortable truths and equipping industry professionals with the tools needed to navigate these turbulent times. Understanding the current landscape. The video game industry is experiencing a significant downturn marked by layoffs, reduced investment, and fewer publishing deals. Understanding the factors contributing to this situation, such as economic recessions, market saturation, and shifts in consumer spending, is crucial for developing effective survival strategies. Smaller and independent studios are particularly vulnerable in this climate. With limited resources and financial cushioning, the impact of the current economic challenges can be severe and immediate. Financial management and cost control. In times of financial constraint, stringent budget management becomes crucial. Review and revise your studio's budget, prioritizing essential expenses and cutting non-critical costs. Diversify your studio's revenue streams. This could involve monetizing existing games through additional content, exploring merchandising opportunities, or offering consultancy services. Staffing and team management. If layoffs or staff reductions are unavoidable, handle them with transparency and empathy. Explore alternatives such as reduced hours or temporary salary cuts, ensuring that these measures are in compliance with labor laws. Consider working with freelancers or contractors for specific tasks or projects. This approach can provide flexibility and reduce long-term financial commitments. Pivoting and adapting game development plans. Reevaluate your game development plans. Consider pivoting to smaller, less resource-intensive projects that align with current market demands and can be brought to market more quickly. Concentrate on your studio's strengths, whether it's a particular genre, art style, or innovative gameplay mechanic. Focusing on what you can do best can help in creating a niche and loyal player base. Seeking funding and investment. In a climate where traditional investment might be scarce, look for alternative funding options. This could include crowdfunding, government grants, or joining incubator programs. When seeking funding, ensure that your pitches are compelling, clear, and concise. Highlight your studio's unique selling points, past successes, and the viability of your proposed projects. Building and maintaining community engagement. Engage with and leverage your existing player base. Maintain open communication channels, gather feedback, and involve them in the development process through beta testing or community-driven content creation. Maximize the use of social media and online platforms for marketing and community engagement. These cost-effective channels can help in maintaining visibility and interest in your studio's activities. Strengthening publisher and industry relationships. In times of fewer publisher deals, nurturing existing relationships with publishers becomes even more critical. Keep communication lines open and regularly update publishers on your studio's developments and projects. Seek collaborative opportunities within the industry. This could involve partnerships with other studios, joint ventures, or shared resource initiatives. Managing morale and team spirit. During challenging times, maintaining team morale is essential. Foster a positive work environment through transparent communication, recognition of team efforts, and support for employee well-being. Encourage your team to think creatively and innovate. Host brainstorming sessions, internal game jams, or innovation challenges to keep the team engaged and motivated. Preparing for recovery and growth. While navigating immediate challenges, also prepare for the future. Develop a long-term plan that outlines how your studio will recover and grow once the industry stabilizes. Stay informed about industry trends and changes. Being adaptable and ready to pivot as the market recovers will position your studio to capitalize on emerging opportunities. Advanced market analysis techniques. In an industry as volatile as video gaming, staying ahead of market trends is crucial. Advanced market analysis can provide insights that help in making informed decisions. Leverage data analytic tools to gain insight into player behaviors and preferences. Analyze your game data to understand what features resonate with your audience and why. Conduct competitor analysis to understand their strategies and performance. This can help in identifying market gaps and opportunities for your studio to exploit. Leveraging emerging technologies. Emerging technologies can offer new opportunities for game development and operational efficiency, especially in times of resource constraints. Investigate new technologies that can streamline development processes or enhance game experience without significant investment. Technologies like AI, cloud computing, and procedural content generation can be particularly useful. Adopt a flexible approach to technology. Be open to experimenting with new tools and platforms, but also be ready to pivot if they don't align with your studio's needs or capabilities. Sustaining innovation in challenging times. Innovation is a key to standing out in the crowded gaming market, and it becomes even more crucial when resources are limited. Encourage a culture of creativity and experimentation within your team. Host regular ideation sessions and provide platforms for team members to pitch their ideas. Adopt lean innovation practices. Focus on developing minimum viable products to test game concepts and mechanics without extensive resource investment. Streamlining development processes. Streamlining game development processes can help in reducing costs and improving efficiency, ensuring that limited resources are used effectively. If not already in place, consider implementing agile development methodologies. Agile practices like Scrum can enhance team productivity and adaptability. Carefully prioritize game features and content development. Focus on core elements that are crucial to the game's success and consider postponing or eliminating less critical features. Building resilience for long-term stability. Building resilience into your studio's operation and strategy is vital for not just surviving the current challenges, but also for future stability and growth. Evaluate and adapt your business model to be more resilient to market fluctuations. This could involve diversifying revenue streams, building a stronger online presence, or adopting more flexible staffing models. Use the lessons learned during the challenging period to prepare for future industry downturns, develop contingency plans, and maintain a mindset of continuous adaptation and learning. Planning for the post-crisis landscape. While navigating current challenges, it's important to look ahead and prepare for the time when the industry begins to recover. Stay informed about indicators of market recovery and be prepared to capitalize on them. This involves being ready to ramp up operations, launch new projects, and re-engage with your audience fully. Develop a post-crisis growth strategy. Consider how your studio can emerge stronger with new offerings, enhanced capabilities, and a solid base of loyal players. Final thoughts. Surviving and thriving through the next 6 to 18 months in the video game industry amidst economic challenges requires a multifaceted approach. By focusing on strategic financial management, innovative development practices, market analysis, and leveraging technology, studios can not only withstand the current storm, but also lay the groundwork for future success. Embracing agility, fostering a culture of innovation, and building resilience are key. As the industry navigates these turbulent times, studios that adapt, innovate, and stay true to their core vision are the ones that will emerge as leaders in the next chapter of the video game industry story. Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing charting your leadership course, establishing core values and goals for effective leadership. Crafting a compass for success, defining and pursuing leadership values and goals. Leadership is a journey that requires a clear sense of direction. For leaders across industries, including those steering the ship in dynamic sectors like technology, setting foundational values and concrete goals is critical. This comprehensive guide aims to help leaders establish and articulate their leadership values and goals, providing a roadmap for personal and professional growth and effectiveness. The importance of leadership values. Leadership values are the core principles that guide a leader's actions, decisions, and interactions. They are the bedrock of a leader's identity and play a crucial role in shaping organizational culture and performance. Leadership values are deeply held beliefs that guide your behavior and decision-making process. They serve as a moral compass, helping you navigate complex situations and stay true to your vision. Your leadership values profoundly impact your team and organization. They influence everything from how to handle conflicts and challenges to how you motivate and inspire your team. Identifying and articulating your leadership values. The process of identifying personal leadership values is introspective and requires a deep understanding of one's beliefs, experiences, and aspirations. Engage in self-reflection to understand what truly matters to you. Consider past experiences, both successes and failures, and identify the values that have guided your decisions. Once identified, articulate your leadership values clearly. This can involve writing a leadership philosophy statement that encapsulates your core values and serves as a guide for your actions. Setting leadership goals. Setting leadership goals is about defining what you want to achieve in your leadership role. These goals should be aligned with your values and the broader objectives of your organization. Your leadership goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, also known as SMART. This clarity helps in tracking progress and achieving the desired outcomes. Ensure that your leadership goals are aligned with the overall objectives of your organization. This alignment ensures that your efforts contribute to the broader mission and vision of the organization. Integrating values and goals into leadership practice. Integrating your values and goals into your daily leadership practice is essential for authentic and effective leadership. Embody your leadership values in everyday actions. Your behavior sets the tone for your team and organization. and living your values fosters trust and respect. Stay focused on your leadership goals and use them to guide your decisions and actions. Regularly review these goals and adjust your strategies to stay on course. Communicating your leadership values and goals. Effectively communicating your values and goals to your team is crucial for building alignment and fostering a shared vision. Be transparent about your leadership values and goals. Share them with your team and explain why they are important to you and how they impact the organization. Create an environment where open dialogue is encouraged. Invite your team to discuss and provide feedback on your leadership approach, values, and goals. Building a culture based on leadership values. A leader plays a pivotal role in shaping organizational culture. A culture that reflects your leadership values can enhance team cohesion, motivation, and performance. Actively work towards cultivating a culture that embodies your leadership values. This can involve setting policies, practices, and traditions that reflect and reinforce these values. If your leadership values necessitate a cultural shift within the organization, approach this change strategically. Engage your team in the process and lead the change through example and consistent reinforcement. Measuring progress towards leadership goals. Measuring your progress towards your leadership goals is essential for continuous improvement. Establish clear metrics to evaluate your progress towards your leadership goals. This could include feedback from team members, performance metrics, or personal reflection and assessment. Conduct regular reviews of your progress. Be open to adjusting your goals and strategies as needed based on these reviews and changing circumstances. Overcoming challenges and upholding leadership values and goals. Leaders often face challenges in staying true to their values and achieving their goals. Overcoming these challenges requires resilience and adaptability. Be proactive in identifying challenges that may hinder your ability to uphold your values and achieve your goals. These could range from external pressures to internal conflicts. Develop strategies to overcome these challenges. This might involve seeking mentorship, engaging in professional development, or revisiting and refining your approach. Sustaining leadership growth. Ongoing personal and professional development is essential for any leader. Sustaining growth means continuously refining your leadership approach and adapting to new challenges and opportunities. Embrace a mindset of lifelong learning. Stay informed about your industry trends, leadership theories, and best practices. Engage in professional development opportunities such as workshops, seminars, and conferences. Regularly reflect on your leadership practice. Assess what is working well and what areas need improvement. Reflective practice is a powerful tool for personal growth and development. Fostering team development in line with leadership style. Your team's development should align with your leadership style and values. By investing in your team's growth, you not only enhance their capabilities, but also strengthen the organization's overall performance. Assess the development needs of your team. This could involve skill building, leadership development, or improving collaboration and communication. Provide your team with opportunities for growth that align with your leadership values and goals. This could include mentoring programs, training sessions, or cross-functional project opportunities. Leveraging feedback for leadership improvement. Feedback is an invaluable tool for any leader. Constructive feedback, both given and received, can provide insights that are essential for continuous improvement. Actively seek feedback from your peers, superiors, and team members. Use this feedback to gain different perspectives on your leadership style and effectiveness. Foster a culture where feedback is regularly exchanged and valued. Encourage open and honest communication within your team, and demonstrate how feedback can lead to positive changes and growth. Balancing personal well-being with professional responsibilities. Leadership roles often come with high levels of responsibility and stress. Balancing personal well-being with professional duties is key to long-term leadership effectiveness and personal health. Make self-care a priority. Ensure that you are taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. This might involve regular exercise, mindfulness practices, or pursuing hobbies and interests outside of work. Set clear boundaries between work and personal life. This helps in preventing burnout and ensures that you have the time and energy to recharge and engage in activities that you enjoy. Leading through change and uncertainty. The ability to lead effectively through change and uncertainty is a critical skill for any leader. In the ever-evolving landscape of business and technology, adaptability and resilience are key. View change as an opportunity rather than a challenge. Lead by example in adapting to new situations and guide your team through transitions with a positive and proactive approach. Cultivate resilience both in yourself and your team. Develop strategies to manage stress and recover from setbacks. Resilience is fundamental for navigating the uncertainties of the business world. Measuring the impact of your leadership. Understanding the impact of your leadership on your team and the organization is important for gauging your effectiveness and identifying areas for improvement. Regularly assess how your leadership is impacting your team performance, morale, and overall organizational goals. Use a combination of performance metrics, employee feedback, and self-assessment. Be prepared to adjust your leadership strategies based on the outcomes of your assessments. Continuous improvement should be your goal, adapting your approach as needed to meet the evolving needs of your team and organization. Final thoughts. Setting and maintaining clear leadership values and goals are essential for effective leadership. By committing to continuous learning, fostering team development, seeking and utilizing feedback, maintaining personal well-being, and leading adaptively through change, leaders can ensure they are equipped to guide their teams to success. As a leader, your journey is one of constant evolution. Embrace these strategies to enhance your leadership capabilities, drive your team forward, and achieve sustained success in your professional endeavors. Hey there, Press Starters. Welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing Crafting Worlds Beyond the Screen, a guide to transmedia brand development for indie game studios. Expanding your universe, strategies for indie studios to build engaging transmedia brands. In the realm of indie video game development, where innovation meets storytelling, the concept of transmedia branding emerges as a beacon of untapped potential. Transmedia storytelling, where a single narrative stretches across multiple platforms, each contributing uniquely to the tale, offers indie developers a golden opportunity to enrich their storytelling, engage a broader audience, and open new revenue streams. This guide embarks on a journey through the essentials of transmedia brand development, tailored for indie game studios ready to extend their narrative beyond the gaming console. The essence of transmedia storytelling in indie game development. At its core, transmedia storytelling transcends traditional storytelling mediums, weaving tales that sprawl into novels, comics, movies, and more, all originating from the heart of a video game. For indie developers, this narrative approach not only elevates the gaming experience, but also cultivates a more immersive universe for their audience. But what sets transmedia storytelling apart in the indie gaming world is its ability to foster a deeper connection between players and the game, transforming passive audiences into active participants in the narrative's universe. Understanding emotional resonance in transmedia narratives. The first step in developing a successful transmedia brand is recognizing the power of emotional resonance. A game's story must strike a chord with its audience, evoking emotions that linger long after the screen goes dark. This emotional hook becomes the thread that ties different narrative platforms together, ensuring that each extension of the story feels like a natural continuation of the game's universe. Selecting the right platforms for your story. Not every story needs to unfold on every possible platform. The key to effective transmedia storytelling is selecting the right mediums that best complement and expand your game's narrative. For some, this might mean exploring the backstory of a beloved character through a graphic novel. For others, it could involve delving into the game's lore via a podcast series. The choice of platforms should be strategic, aiming to uncover new facets of the game's universe in ways that intrigue and delight your audience. Benefits of developing a transmedia brand. Broadening your audience reach. One of the most compelling reasons for indie studios to venture into transmedia storytelling is the opportunity to capture a wider audience. By diversifying the narrative across various platforms, studios can engage different segments of their target audience, attracting those who might not be traditional gamers but are drawn to the story's other elements. Monetization and brand expansion. Transmedia storytelling opens up new avenues for monetization beyond the game itself. Merchandise, books, and paid digital content related to the game's universe can provide additional revenue streams for indie studios. Moreover, a well-executed transmedia brand enhances the game's visibility and appeal, potentially attracting partnerships and collaborations that could fuel further growth. Enhancing player engagement and loyalty. When players are deeply invested in a game's narrative, their engagement extends beyond gameplay. Transmedia storytelling enriches the player's experience, offering new ways to interact with the game's universe and deepening their attachment to the story. This heightened engagement fosters a loyal fan base, eager to explore every narrative thread and recommend the game to others. Planning your transmedia journey. Strategic narrative planning. The cornerstone of a successful transmedia brand is a well-thought-out narrative that seamlessly integrates with various media forms. Begin with a strong central story that is compelling enough to be explored through different lenses. This narrative should be flexible, allowing for expansion and adaptation without losing its core essence. Identifying core and complementary platforms. Not every platform will serve your narrative effectively. Identify which platforms best complement your game's story and audience. For instance, if your game has a rich visual-driven world, platforms like graphic novels or animated series could be more complementary. Each chosen platform should add a unique layer to the narrative, offering fans a new experience with each medium. Building a content timeline. Timing is crucial in transmedia storytelling. Develop a content release timeline that strategically introduces new narrative elements at points where they'll have the most impact, keeping the audience engaged and anticipating more. This timeline should consider major game updates, community events, and external factors like holidays or relevant anniversaries. Executing your transmedia strategy. Creating cohesive content across platforms. Maintain narrative consistency across all platforms. This doesn't mean every piece of content needs to tell the same story, but each should unmistakably belong to the same universe. Character backstories, lore, and thematic elements should be coherent, whether a fan is reading a comic, watching a web series, or playing the game. Leveraging cross-promotion. Use each platform to cross-promote content on the others. For example, exclusive in-game items could be linked to comic book purchases, or hidden game codes could be embedded in web series episodes. This not only boosts engagement across your transmedia brand, but also encourages fans to explore the narrative deeply. Engage with your community. The community around your game can be a powerful asset in transmedia storytelling. Engage with your audience through social media, forums, and in-game events to gather feedback, tease upcoming content, and foster a sense of belonging among fans. Community-generated content can also be a rich source of ideas for expanding your narrative. Overcoming challenges in transmedia development. Resource allocation. Developing content across multiple platforms can strain limited resources. Prioritize projects that offer the most value in terms of audience engagement and revenue potential. Consider partnerships or collaborations with creators who can bring new dimensions to your narrative while sharing the developmental load. Maintain narrative quality and consistency. As your universe expands, keeping the narrative quality high and consistent across platforms can become challenging. Establish a narrative Bible, a comprehensive guide to your game's universe that all creators can refer to. Regularly review content across platforms to ensure consistency and quality. Adapting to audience feedback. Audience feedback is invaluable, but it can also be diverse and sometimes contradictory. Develop a flexible approach to incorporate feedback, focusing on changes that align with your core narrative and enhance the overall transmedia experience. Use feedback as a tool for improvement, not a constraint on creativity. Final thoughts. Embarking on a transmedia brand development journey offers indie video game studios a unique opportunity to deepen audience engagement, explore new revenue streams, and build a lasting legacy. By carefully planning your narrative, executing a cohesive strategy across chosen platforms, and skillfully navigating the challenges that arise, your studio can create an immersive, multidimensional universe that captivates fans and stands the test of time. This exploration in transmedia brand development is just the beginning. The landscape is ever evolving, with new platforms and technologies continually emerging. Staying adaptive, creative, and responsive to your community will ensure that your transmedia brand remains vibrant and engaging for years to come. All right, and that's the best of 2024. Thanks for listening, and as always, thanks for being awesome. And that's a wrap for today's episode, Press Starters. Before we go, I'm excited to share a bit about my indie game studio, Play on Words Studios. Our latest project, Shadow City Mysteries: A Clockwork Noir, is a captivating narrative adventure game that you won't want to miss. Head over to Steam to wishlist it now. Additionally, we're gearing up for an exciting crowdfunding campaign for our tabletop RPG book that's set in the same intriguing world. Join the pre-campaign and stay updated for all the latest news. Check the links in the show notes to wishlist Shadow City Mysteries on Steam and join our tabletop RPG book pre-campaign on BackerKit. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, keep pressing start on your leadership journey.